Hi everyone and welcome. This is Alex here of Advice by Alex on Etsy, and I'm here to do your weekly angelic angel messages for the week of March 7th, 2021. I want to thank you for stopping by and giving me a listen to. And if you like this channel, I ask that you hit the subscribe button and the little notification button, and that way you get all the uploads of all my future videos as well. And if you would like to get a reading from me, I will leave all that information in the description box below as well. And hopefully you guys are doing well. I know it's been a couple weeks since I last did a video, and I do apologize about that. I've been through a lot of major transitions in the last couple of weeks. So some of those transitions included leaving my old job and transitioning into a new job. I do really love the new job as well, so it's really good. People there are really nice, and my boss is really good as well, so that's really fantastic. And also, I have started school again, so we're in a new term, and this term I am taking currently 3 classes for my master's in clinical mental health counseling, and that is I'm taking lifespan assessments, and also I'm taking pre-prac, which is also usually they do it in person, but since of everything going on, they are doing it over Zoom. So that is really what they are doing, and that is coming up at the end of March. So I have quite a lot going on at this time. So yeah, it's been quite a challenge in that aspect. So, but hopefully you guys are doing well, and everything is going well for you. And I do apologize for again being absent, and I will try to get back on my regular schedule again, doing weekly videos. So I do apologize for the absence and stuff like that. It's not like I didn't want to do the videos, because I love doing the videos. It's just that I had so much other stuff going on, and when I started a new job, there was a lot to learn with the new job and the new policies and procedures and things like that, and learning people and my coworkers and stuff. So yeah, it's been a lot, and every day was like came home tired, because I learned a lot that day. So but yeah, so I just finished my training, so hopefully next week I will be on my own. And I started being on my own in the afternoon on Friday. But yeah, so that was pretty much what it was. So anyway, so let us get in here to the reading for this week. I know I babbled on for like 3 minutes already, so sorry about that. So at this time, I ask that you have your feet firmly planted on the ground, have your hearts wide open to be able to receive the angel messages that are coming forward at this time. And I ask that you light a light candle to surround yourself in God's brilliant white light, and the white light of the Holy Spirit as well. And that will give you protection as well as we go into this as well. So let us get into the messages, and let us take a moment, get centered, and I will tune into the energies of the week, and we'll get started with the energies of this week. Alright, so let us get in here to the energy of the week. So let's start off with the red, shall we? You know, that's my favorite. color, not really, but I'm not really a fan of the red. So this week, the red is what the angels are telling me is that the red is really going to be, it's at like a medium level. So it's not too shabby, but at the beginning of the week, it's not too shabby. But toward the end of the week, it's basically like a curve. It's kind of like a hill, and it's going to go up toward the end of the week. So that's the best way that I can describe what the angels are telling me here with the red. And don't forget, the red is all about the anger, passion, and that is really what the anger or the red fuels is anger, passion, and things like that. And it's also good if you want to manifest something and doing anything like that. It'd be fantastic to use the red. Just be careful with it, how you use it. So, and moving on up here into the blue. So, there is going to be quite a lot of blue compared to this past week. And the blue for this week is going to be a lot of talking. Talk. So, I feel like I constantly say that with the blue, but that's just the theme of this year, basically. With every single week that we've done this, I feel like I said that like a million times, is like the blue. But last week, it wasn't that bad, if you notice. We had blue, but it wasn't as high. So, and we had a little bit of a break compared to previous weeks with that. But this week, we're back in the saddle with a lot of blue, and there's going to be communication. So, a lot of talking this week, and what the angels are really telling me is that instead of it fueling the red, it's going to be fueling the green. So, the green is going to be fueling the blue this week. So, really, when we connect with others, that's how we are going to be communicating with others, is when we share love, give and take of love. That's when we're going to be communicating, and that also affects the red. So that is my only two concerns of this week so far, because besides the blue and the red, above the blue is the green, and there's a lot of green, so there's a lot of good love, give and take, and a lot of self-love and things like that. So that's excellent, and that's what I like to see. A lot of give and take of love, which is fantastic. It's good for the heart and the soul. And there's also good for time for healing. So if you are seeing a counselor or a therapist or anything like that, and now is a good time to be able to do that, and you should expect to see some sort of healing or a little bit of a breakthrough this week in some area of your life, if you communicate with them. I'm actually seeing my therapist on Tuesday, so that's what I figured. So I wanted to share that as well. And also, I just moving on up here, after the green, which we talked about, the green with the give and take of love, we're going to be moving on up into the orange. And there is a lot of orange, which is good for creativity, creating a wellness plan, and a lot of sexual energy. People think that sex is equated to the red, but in reality, the sexual energy is associated with the orange, and that is just Hollywood's perception of how they did that. And they should research that more, in my opinion, before they say the wrong thing. And so there is going to be a lot of orange. So combine that with the green and the red. Whew, perfect time for connecting with a partner and things like that, or a loved one. There might be a lot of sex going on this week. and focusing on self-love as well, which is also important. Taking time for yourself is critical. And don't be afraid to set the boundaries with others in order to formulate that self-care, because self-care is important for you. It's how we maintain our mental health as well. Alright, so we're going to be moving on up into the yellow. Yeah, last week we did have some yellow, but not as much. But this week we have a little bit more of the yellow, which is confidence. So we're not going to be afraid of speaking up, speaking our truth, speaking to others. But remember, when you're... I can't stress this enough. When you're speaking to others, make sure you do it in a nice, kind way. Not to be forceful or mean or anything like that, but think before you speak. That's my number one rule. Think before you speak. Otherwise, that could lead to hurt feelings and things like that, and arguments. So we want to avoid all that. So this is why I do the energy every week, because that way you can have a heads up of how to handle the week. So, moving on up here into the indigo. I had to think about that for a minute. And the indigo is going to be quite high. I'm not going to lie. It's been high for a really long time. So there is going to be a lot of indigo / purple for this week. That is our intuition, and when we go into dreams, we're going to be actively dreaming a lot and things like that. And we're going to be getting a lot of downloads and messages for this upcoming week. So don't be surprised if your intuition is on point this week, because that is really going to be... So if you do readings like this for other people or things like that, or if you're in the helping field, you'll be giving on point advice this week. So be prepared for the on-point advice, and that goes along with the confidence as well. So that will definitely help as well. So that is really good. So moving on up into the indigo, or the violet, I should say, indigo / violet, or whatever you want to call it, there is going to be some, but not as much as before. So you will be able to hear your intuition and your soul, and you'll be able to connect with your guides and your angels and God. But at the same time, it's not going to be as clear. So you're going to be using your empathy and things like that for being able to connect with your intuition, so that you feel that your empathy and your empath abilities will be strong this week. So be prepared for that as well. So and I'm not really seeing any pink this week, so I feel like with all the talking that we're going to be doing, what the angels are saying is that there's not really going to be some time for self-care. I know that could be critical, but I'm not really seeing any pink for this week, to be honest. I was just thinking of what colors we didn't cover, and I was like, there, I didn't talk about the pink. So definitely try at least to take some time for self-care, but you might not get a lot, so which might make you feeling tired and things like that. So be gentle with yourself this week. So all right, so let us get on here to the cards, and this is the Archangel Animal Oracle Cards deck by Diana Cooper. So alrighty, so what does everybody need to know for the week of March 7th through the 14th, 2020? What does everybody need to know for this week? Oh, we haven't had that in a really long time. We did talk about that. Interesting. Not my favorite cards. I'm not liking these cards for this week. Alrighty. Alright, so the first card here is that we have is the Shark card. And this is all about being a leader and showing the world who you are, and really all about being a leader rather than a follower. So if you feel like you have an idea or something like that, is what the angels are telling me, is that it's all about going forward and being a strong leader and showing the world who you are and having confidence within yourself. Because I'm looking, what the angels are showing me is they're drawing me to the yellow right there, and it's all about having the confidence from within you. And it's all, and the other point of that is letting go of control and allowing things to follow. So what the angels are really saying me is to be able to listen to your higher self, God, the angels, Jesus, your spiritual team, and they will give you the wisdom to be able to follow your path, is really what the angels are saying. So that is really, really good. And lead as a powerful warrior with Archangels Metatron and Jules. So that's really what that is as well. And the next card here is that we have is the pig, and you can't make this stuff up. And it is all about creating boundaries with others, and we talked about that at the beginning. So having the boundaries in place with others, and learning when to say no, basically. And it's also a really good time to be able to speak your truth with other people. But when you're speaking your truth, the angels are saying, is to be able to say it in a gentle way. And it's maintain self-worth and self-esteem with Archangels Mary, Gabrielle, and Uriel. So that is really fantastic. Alrighty. So, and the next card here is that we have is the Owl. And this is all about listening to the wisdom from within. Also, the next part of this is releasing karmic patterns within your life. So remember we talked about how seeing a therapist or something like that this week would be beneficial for releasing old unhealed wounds. That is what this card is representing toward the end of the week. You'll see a lot of karmic patterns being released. I'm not sure if we have a full moon or not. I believe we just had one, so I don't know if we have another one coming up. This is going to bother me. I'm going to have to look this up. Remind me to look this up and see if we have a full moon. Listen to the messages of the angels with Archangels Bokipi. So that is really what that is. So that is awesome. So the overall cards for this week is that we have is the Gray Squirrel. And there is going to be a lot of overthinking for this week. So not allowing yourself to overthink and to be able to trust it, which brings us back to the Shark card. Exactly. So, and is find new ways of solving problems, going around the obstacles. And what I always say is what I remember from Sabrina, the Teenage Witch, growing up, is that when the grandma was visiting them during the family secret and stuff like that, she always said, when you have a problem, look around on the outside for other areas to solve the problem. So not looking at the problem, but looking at other areas surrounding it to be able to solve the problem. So thinking outside the box, basically, is what it is. And it's with Archangel Raphael. So again, pointing to that healing. So that means what the angels are really telling me is that you're going to be overthinking the healing steps. So be careful. And the overall one is peace. And it also is the Holy Trinity as well, which is basically all about having peace within yourself. So there is going to be peace coming from this week as well. And it's having that balance within. And spread messages of peace and harmony. with Archangel Bokipi. So what the angels are really telling me with that is that it's all about, what the angels are really saying, if there is any uncommunication that's been having within your circle, that there is going to be some healing taking place, and people are going to be speaking their truth, and it's going to be clearing the air of old unclutter of what you haven't been said. So even if you're in a relationship and there has been miscommunication or things have not really been really being able to speak the truth and things like that, it's really all about a time of being able to clear the air. So, and not too shabby. The only concern is this card. Now that I have you all, I'm going to be looking up the full moon, because next full moon 2021. The next full moon is on Sunday, March 28th at 2021 at 2:48 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and is commonly known as the War Moon. New moon. I wonder if there's a new moon this week. Ah, there is. No wonder that card makes sense. So the next new moon is on March 13th. So not 2021. So no wonder we have new moon March. I'm going to look up the astrology here, because I actually don't even know myself. So, and don't forget, the new moon is the start of new beginnings, and things like that. Oh, it's going to be in Pisces. So let's see what this is all about here. I'm just waiting for it to load. So, new moon in Pisces on March 13th, 2021. Moon in Pisces has the greatest sensitivity and perceptions of surroundings. You can experience feelings of insecurity, be passive, and only wait and see what happens in your life. If you engage in creative or spiritual search, you will benefit from great imagination of Pisces. Well, look at this. This is all coming full circle for the week, and this is giving me a greater understanding of why that is. And let me see. So it also says the organs that are influenced by the moon sign: feet, toes, pineal gland. So interesting. Oh, I actually did not know that. So I learned something new. So, hopefully you guys are doing well. I'm going to leave it at that. And I did want to mention that the music in the background is Remove Negative Blocks, Healing Music, Waves, Transformation, and Miracles, Piano Music with Heart. And it's by Jason Stephenson, Chakra Healing Music. I like that for meditation. I'm not affiliated with him in any way, shape, or form. It's just I like to use that during meditation. And also, I do really like Meditative Minds on YouTube as well. So until next time, guys, I'm sending you so much love. And until next time, have a wonderful week. And I will talk to you very soon. Bye, everybody.